Welcome to Bevy Pod. Today we're going to go down to the beach and we're going to go visit Anja. We want to see what she has to say about mental illness, overcoming it, and where she is today and how she did it. Let's go down to the beach, guys. Hello, welcome. We're at this beautiful beach today with Anja. It is so beautiful. It's a beautiful day. We're here with our beautiful sound bowls. Oh, it's just beautiful. So today, while we're on the beach, we are going to do our interview and we're going to talk to this amazing woman about her experience, strength, and hope for you guys. You're going to want to hold on to every moment right up till the end because she has a lot of really good wisdom and advice to share. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself today?
Thank you so much for that beautiful introduction. Well, I'm Anja Sagan, and I'm coming up on my 60th year in my life, and I've studied a lot of things. I've done a few things, and including going through what would people refer to as a shamanic death,
Oh,
which
okay.
is it sounds rather dramatic, but it's not as I don't know over the top as it may seem. Literally, what it is, we used to have a connection with the earth as people all over the world. Shamanism is not just something that indigenous people practice, and it used to be all over the world.
Right.
And what a shamanic death is when a person's ego essentially has to go under, like, completely like
A death?
a death, like a complete, like, raising to its foundations, as
Okay.
in R-A-Z-E as opposed to raise.
Oh, okay.
Raising to its foundations, and then you have to, with the help of a shamanic practitioner or expert or whatever, helps you to rebuild on the true foundations you came here to share with the world.
Yeah.
And that happened to me in my
Wow.
my early 30s. Normally, it happens when a person's when we lived in societies that were closer to the earth. It usually happens in teenage years.
Well, today we're close to the earth.
Yes, that is true. You can't get much
Beautiful.
closer. So I have a degree in fine arts. I have a certificate in film and video production, and I also have a graphic design diploma from OCAD.
Wow, that's
So,
amazing.
going back, I was
Right.
in the Navy for 2 years,
Oh,
and
wow.
what else? I'm an animal lover. I love nature, and I'm very much a spiritual person. And
Yeah.
I do leather work.
Oh, you do leather work. Oh, that's beautiful. That's really nice. Yeah. Okay. So can you tell us a significant challenge that you've been through that maybe you overcame that would help us to maybe get the knowledge of how to overcome that?
Well, the total mental breakdown, I'm not going to pretend it was terrifying.
Yeah.
But the beautiful thing of it was that when I was going through it, I was institutionalized. I spent many years on heavy medications. I was about 225 pounds. Not that there's anything wrong with
It's hard to believe you're such a sane person. Beautiful and spiritual, and I find that that's what happens. People that go through the most traumatic experiences and do the work, they overcome it, and they have so much to offer to society.
It's that
So-
shamanic death kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's just a term, but like
Yeah.
we sometimes have to go through something that is so
Traumatic.
terrifying,
Yeah.
traumatic, and stuff like that, that literally erases a lot of the things that we once identified as being
Right.
ourselves and being what the world is about.
Right.
But it's falling apart so that it can be rebuilt on the true foundations of what you're here to really share and do.
So would part of that process be talking about it, writing about it, sharing about it, healing, like with God? Like what would be the process?
For me, what happened was I went through, it was about a 10, 12-year journey. That I was in this, I had multiple diagnoses, including schizophrenia, which I had voices in my head constantly 24/7.
And you were able to overcome that?
Not overnight by any means. What happened
But
was,
you did overcome it?
yeah,
Yeah.
they're no longer.
Okay.
What happened was
I just want to make sure.
Yeah, no.
No, just kidding.
She's off her meds.
No. This is amazing because people don't know there's hope. Like there's hope. I mean,
Yeah.
look at you today. This is amazing.
Okay, literally, I was lying on my floor in my apartment, unable to get up because I thought that every breath I was taking was drawing energy and life force from everyone around me.
Right.
That was the narrative in my head, and there were constantly voices in my head tormenting me about all the things that I'd done wrong and everything I was doing was wrong.
Wow.
And one day, after a long, long time being like that. I was in CAMH, and I had signed up because I had gotten pregnant during this process.
Wow, that's pretty heavy.
My son was an incredible gift to me. That's one of the things we'll talk about later. But
Yeah.
I was in CAMH, and I was scheduled for electroshock therapy because they had tried everything else, all the medications, all the different types of therapy. I've tried yoga, Reiki, everything. Nothing had worked. And the voices were still tormenting me in my head. And this morning around, 6:30 in the morning, the nurse was very kind. She let me go and sit in the exercise room. We were supposed to stay in our bedrooms, in the institution, but I just couldn't. I was so scared.
Yes.
Even with all the drugs, because the drugs.
It sounds very scary.
It was terrifying.
Yeah.
But the drugs, they're it's like when you break an arm or something like that, you put a cast on it, right? It immobilizes so you can't injure it or whatever.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that for your emotions. So you can't feel the bad, but you also can't really feel the good.
So you're just numb.
Yeah. Even though with all of that, I was still terrified and I was crying.
Right.
Because I had heard what happened with electroshock therapy, but I needed to get better because I had to be, I didn't want to give my son up.
No. Did it help?
So what happened this morning was...
I'm sitting on the edge. Whoa.
6:30 in the morning before what was going to be my first electroshock therapy treatment. I was sitting in this exercise room by myself, crying, scared, praying, actually. And for a moment, the voices in my head stopped. And everything went quiet. And then there was this one voice. It sounded like a person who was sitting there in the room with me, like an angel or something.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful.
She said, no, the electroshock therapy is not for you. Find a shamanic healer.
Wow. I've had that voice before, too. It saved my life. But yeah, go ahead.
Oh, thank God it did.
Yeah,
so now we could be here do this together.
We're like sisters.
Yes. So it said, find a shamanic healer.
Wow.
And my friend was taking care of my son while I was in the institution. And I called her, and I had admitted myself, so I had the capacity to decline the treatment, so I did.
Yeah.
And my roommate, my friend who was taking care of my son, found a practitioner named Danielle Leonard, who was in Toronto.
Okay.
Who was a shaman or shamanic practitioner. And within 1 year of working with him, I was able to study shamanism because he had gotten to the point where I was grounded enough.
Yeah.
And the stuff was very, very quiet in the background. And I was able to actually take a year-long course in shamanism and become one myself.
Wow. It's amazing. That's great. Wow. So I guess that would be almost a moment in your life that completely changed your life, right?
It did.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. Oh. So after that, did you have any bizarre coincidences or anything like that's ever kind of happened? I think we were sharing earlier about things sometimes that happen in your life and you're like, I think your son was a big blessing in your life. That's amazing.
He was incredible. This is perfect segue. This, I had a long time ago, I had a thing called a fibroid, and it was a big one. And they were saying that you'd never be able to carry a child, especially not one.
Oh my gosh. So a miracle child.
Oh yes. I wasn't even supposed to be able to conceive.
Wow.
And
what a blessing.
During this, the conception happened within a month. And I carried him fully to term. He was healthy. And so
that's beautiful.
I'm not trying to bite the medical establishment and stuff like that, but what I would say is that don't always believe what the so-called experts say, because if it's meant for you, it's going to happen.
That's right. Well, I remember at one time 20 years ago, I was very, very ill and I bumped into a friend. And he told me, he says, Beverly, he says, you need to do this body cleanse because they told me I needed to go on all this medication.
Yeah.
So instead, I chose to listen to him. And since that day, I never did touch meat again, but I did 1 week, no meat, then no beef, then no chicken. And then I did a week of fruit and vegetables. I did the body cleanse. And I did the gallbladder cleanse. And I took the stones to my doctor and he goes, how did you do this? And I said, well, I did the cleanse. And he said, you don't need any medication. You're healthy. Yes. So from that day, just for me, right? It worked. And I've been a vegetarian ever since.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't take any medication. I'm 100% healthy.
Same here, actually,
Yeah.
other than supplements, yeah.
Yeah. So, what advice would you give your younger self then today?
I used to be very, very hard on myself.
Yeah, well, we all are.
I would say forgive yourself for the things that you are, really finding fault with, because ultimately it's just leading you somewhere, a point of growth,
Mhm.
and everything happens for a reason, so
Oh, it
don't be so
does.
hard on yourself.
Yeah. And wait sometimes for the miracle because sometimes it's just around the bend, right? Oh, what is something you're really grateful for today?
My son,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
He's healthy, he's, like, wonderful, very, very smart. I'm also very grateful. I was adopted, I was given up at birth. I'm
I
also
have an
very
adopted sister.
seriously? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, another coincidence.
Yeah.
I'm really, really grateful to my parents. Both of them went my dad was in, concentration camp in Dachau and Auschwitz. He was caught in the Warsaw Uprising, and my mom was a refugee.
Wow,
She
that's a
had to
miracle.
flee, and yeah, and they met in London, England. They were both born in Poland, and then they came here and they adopted me, so
Aw,
and they were wonderful, like, role models.
that's beautiful. So, what would you like your legacy to be?
I would like people to see or know my story
Okay.
as not because of some heroic whatever on my part, but to see the possibility in their own lives and
Yeah.
to graft that onto whatever they're going through, especially if it's something really bad, really hard, that whatever it is something that's alchemizing you rather than some sort of a punishment or something we've done wrong.
Yes. You mentioned earlier to me before we started the podcast that you were going to be making a movie or
Yes.
something out of your life story.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. I've written the manuscript. I have to adapt it to the screenplay, but it's called
Yes.
Back from Oblivion,
Oh, wow.
A
That sounds
Shaman's Journey.
amazing. I can't wait to watch it.
Hey, if you ever want to be part of it, I'd be
Oh, okay. I'm in. I'm in.
all jokes aside. Anyway, no, that wasn't a joke. I mean,
No,
legit.
yeah, no, 100%.
I would like people to like. Sorry, yeah. Thank you for that segue.
Yeah.
I want to make this film to show how beautiful the alchemical process can be, and even like to see, like when you think about any
Right.
story that you've ever wanted to read or listen to or
Yeah.
watch or whatever,
Yeah.
the person always has to go through something really hard that
Oh,
seems impossible to get through.
isn't that like why? Like I used to say,
Mm,
why God, why all these
mm,
challenges? But then later on, I found out, like in my business, that I'm able to help my employees go through different things. I'm thinking, that's why I went through this. Now I can share this, I can share
mhm.
that. So if you do go through something,
Yeah.
don't keep it inside. Share it. Be an open book like
Mm,
you, right? And share it in your movie and your story
mm.
and what you're doing. It's going to help so many people.
Yep.
We're so proud of you that you're
Mm.
doing this and you're taking this big leap of faith.
Thank-
And I can see Grammy Awards, right? So is there a way that people would be able to find you?
Yeah, I'm in the process of building my website, but it is
Okay.
published.
Okay.
MiracleWalkerProductions.com.
Wow, that's amazing.
And I'm Miracle Walker Pro, or I think is the Instagram handle at Miracle Walker. It's all one word, Miracle Walker Pro.
Pro.
So
Okay.
Miracle Walker Productions at
I
Gmail.
love the name.
Sorry, on Instagram and also on Facebook.
Okay, that's great. Well, thank you so much for being with us today and bringing us down to this beautiful lake. This is just so gorgeous, and you can see all the birds and the people walking by and the dogs. And we're just really grateful that you came and joined us today. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. It was
Thank you.
wonderful.
Thank you. Wow, that was exciting hearing from Anja and seeing that it is possible to overcome mental illness and do something so exciting with your life. Wow, we are really excited for her. You know what, Ginger? Let's just try what she suggests is just totally amazing and helps you heal your body. Ooh, wow. Is that healing, Ginger? The frequency of a sound bowl. Wow. Amazing. Well, thank you for being with us today. We love you, and we'll see you next time.